What's up? Let's see. Trying to pick a background for today. I think yesterday we did the star one. This one. No, it wasn't this one. It was this. It was this one. It was the meteor one we did yesterday. And we did mushrooms like the two days before. I like the mushroom one. It's fun. I was looking at stars. Do stars. You just like work through them in order. I'm gonna forget which ones I've done and which ones I haven't done. I like the ones that have more like negative space. These bright ones, they just look washed out to me. Bubbles. Trees. It's a good way. This is the best way. Oh god. Best way to start. This was pretty cool. It's the rainbow one. I was looking at this one at the beginning. The alien or the planet. I'm not gonna go through all of them. There's a lot of them. I'm just going through the natural section in the app. I think there's another version that came out after this curtain that's better. But I'm okay with what I got. Put all the effort to like add all the sticky stuff to that to hang it up there. I don't know. I'm not going to go through all these right now. We should just go from the very beginning and go with star and work our way through all the different backgrounds. It's the only logical explanation. Okay, let me get started. All right, there we go. All right, so what was I doing? So I have, let me just go over and share my screen. Make sure I actually have everything that I'm going to need. Let me open this real quick. Okay, so I've been working on, like, I started vibe coding using Claude Code, and let me actually launch it. I was having Claude make an edit in a video with Remotion, and that's kind of what I wanted to kind of go over more today. But I'll show you what I've been working on with my dashboard, which kind of it started off as one. Let me get it running so I could not just okay. Tell Claude Code to launch the server. There we go. And then I'm also working on a video right here. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. And if I'm able to like get a good template, I'll work that into my dashboard as well. And kind of like if I could reverse engineer the right kind of prompt to get the right that kind, like, so I don't know, it would just be kind of like a dashboard that I could pick from. So I would have like a profile in my dashboard that then I can make a video in Claude Code and Claude Cowork. So what I did was I created two automations in Claude, and I'm running through them now. There's some glitches, and the thing that I'm learning is you just keep on doing it, and you find the problem, and you work on it, and Claude learns about how you fixed it, and it does it right the next time, or it tries to, and sometimes it messes up, and you just got to keep on doing the automation over and over again, and it gets smarter every time that you go through the automation. It's kind of like the cool thing, I think. And if there's a roadblock that it hits, it just like it tries to find a workaround. So I think that's kind of the strength of this. Like, for instance, when I was, yeah, I'll just bring it up real quick. I was doing some coding to create these videos. I wanted to have like that grid background, create that animation. Looks kind of cool. I still got to work on the puppet. I want to create it so its mouth moves because it's actually a puppet that I created. but it didn't animate the mouth. But I wanted to get the video out or test the automation. That the mouth puppet wasn't the number one priority. So let me make sure I go to the multi-stream, make sure I can see everybody's chat. Sorry, if I didn't. Okay, cool. Everybody's still there. Okay, so let me go back over to Claude. So I created 2 scheduled tasks in Claude Cowork and 1 in Code. So what I learned that the first 2 have to be in Cowork and the other one has to be in Code. One second. Tried to run it through Cowork and it didn't work. So the 2 that I have here, in Cowork first. These 2 that I have turned on, so I have daily news. So what I did was I had it go, and I have another channel, which is like a crypto channel. But it's really hard to focus on, like most of my energy is going towards this channel right now, right? So it's hard but you want to still give value to those channels when you can't give them your full attention. So you want to automate some of your content going to that channel. So what I did was I said, okay, I could start releasing more shorts on that channel. That's an easy thing. We can create shorts, and I could use Remotion to create them. And so I did it the manual way. So the first thing I had it go and create a history of the blockchain in under 60 seconds. It came out to be a little over 60 seconds, but we won't split hairs. So the video could still use some work. It's still not quite there yet, but I have a good, pretty rough draft beta video that's not that bad for something that I kind of just told it verbally what I wanted. There was one thing it wasn't quite getting what I meant by that grid. So I know I could have just told it to go look it up, but I just Googled it and I grabbed that link that had the images of that grid. What I mean by that grid is this. See this grid look. I don't know if you could see it it's kind of small, but there's here. Maybe I can get a little bigger. You can see there's that grid look in the background. I wanted that. I just told it that I want it, but it couldn't figure out what I was talking about and it kept getting it wrong. So I just went and grabbed a picture, threw it into Claude Code, and it actually went and added that in. And I said, and then I kind of got more specific, and I told it that I wanted it to be like those. Why am I always forgetting the name of the Vox? All those Vox videos, kind of that. So what it did, and because I said that, what Vox videos do is they actually have that background that's not static. So that grid, I said what I wanted was Vox videos. What they do is they have that grid in the background that shows up often, and that's behind the text, but it's in front of your background, your main background. So it kind of creates this 3D effect, and then you add this particle layer on top of your text, and so it's replicating. I think that it could use some work. I can admit it, but it replicated what I had here. So I haven't done pretty much any editing on this one. This was so I fine-tuned and built this by telling it what I wanted verbally until it was so eventually I'm hey, you know what, you keep on cutting off text. Now I noticed a few times in this one that it still is cutting off text, so I'm going to make sure that I train it to make sure that eventually it's not going to be cutting off text anymore. So there'll be a point where this will be able to spit out videos dependably, learning from what I like and I approve. And as it gets smarter, the videos will be able to become more automated. So I'm doing a little bit of legwork now so I could create these videos. And as I create an engine that goes and studies how to make really good Remotion videos, that are viral set. Maybe there's something like that and I can go with the template like that and then start working off of that. I don't know. It really is endless, like what you could do. So that's not a bad idea, actually. Because this is okay, but it's I could see how there could be improvements. Like I thought about adding like giving it a GIF library, and you could use GIFs in the video to help tell the story. It's something I actually thought about doing, but this would kind of be the perfect way to do it, because now you could just tell it like, hey, I use a GIF that makes me feel like this, and it will go find the right GIF, and if you don't like it, it's like just swap it out with something else. It seems actually like a really good way to edit, in all honesty. I hate to admit it, as somebody that's like a legacy editor, that like it's a good way to edit. It's a good way to edit. I mean, like, what I feel like the limitation here is this, and I this is what I would build if I built like a SaaS or something like that, or like a tool for myself even. It's like this, I feel like right now I should be able to edit this like a traditional editor. Like, I should be able to manipulate this here, because it drives me crazy that if all that I want to do, if there's an object, I can't select it. And maybe I could build a layer on top of Remotion that could allow me to do that. I don't know. It's almost like anything's possible. It's kind of crazy. But I could build a tool. Maybe I build a version of Remotion that could allow me to do that. And I just want to be able to manipulate things like a regular editor would, like as if this was Photoshop or CapCut and the way that I make any major change would be like, if I wanted to I could do it with the text, which is great, but I want to be able to manipulate things on here with the mouse as well. And like, it drives me, like, there's some audio alignment issues. Sometimes maybe if I wanted to, I could just align it how I have it, like, and then it learns that and then tries not to make that mistake next time. But it would be easier for it to learn. But I guess, I mean, like, it would have to just reverse engineer to figure out how to get there, I guess. I don't know. You don't know if you don't try, so I might as well try, right? Okay, so let's see. What was that work? There we go. Did it launch it? That's what it was. Try again. Start the server. I wish that it was just always on. Jeez. Ugh. So if you were here yesterday, like, you'd know that I was like, I had my stiff neck, right? I had my stiff neck, and oh man, it's bad. I laid on like this massage thing in a weird angle so that knead thing would hit my neck over and over again. I looked ridiculous. I need to figure out how I could stream to TikTok when I'm doing this, because it says that I'm not. I think I have to stream natively. Maybe I have like a little arm here. Got it. I could like take and put my phone in it and just stream to TikTok, and maybe I over my shoulder and at my screen or something. I want people to be able to see my screen. But that's the reason why I like to would want to stream from the computer, so I could share what I'm doing more easily and not have to point a camera. And I might want to use my phone. What if I want to use my phone? It's not fair to me. Pretty selfish of everyone to not let me use my phone. All right. server's now up. It says server's up. Wouldn't lie to me. There it goes. It's up. Well, I gotta hide my screen. Oh, you know what I gotta do? Here, look. I'll be right back. Look at what I did. Look what I did. I did be right back. I had code write me those be right backs. They work pretty well, I think. They're HTML. They're like web images, and I just had them create versions that have no backgrounds as well. So I can just do that, and maybe I'm just running something and I'll be right back. But I want you to know that I'll be right back. I don't want you to feel like I abandoned you. What if I need to go like answer the front door? I don't want to like end the stream. I'm figuring out all this stuff, these little things, but I'm gonna do it all with code. I think that's the decision that I've made. Any problem that I have, I just go like, hey, code, can you do this for me? And it might do it. So, cool. All right. Getting distracted today. Cool. So, what we were working on. So, I was fine tuning the onboarding. Like, I had it do go and audit the onboarding and find any holes. So I kind of have to now go through the onboarding myself to see if I find any holes, and then make notes on that and feed that back into the AI. And so what I'm trying to do is I need to create like skills that will go and audit my entire flow and everything, because I need skills that will like be like the customer coming in and how they would experience this if they came in and found this as a tool, because this could be a potential SaaS someday, or at least I kind of seeing that this is kind of going to become my playground for SaaS ideas. It's really what it's becoming, where I could spin off a piece of whatever I'm creating into it. So it's a good way to do a SaaS, I think. So if there's like one simple problem that I figure out how to solve in here, I don't have to, give my entire ecosystem. I could just spin that little piece off, and I'm already building it out as in the form of a tool, structured, and it could all just be the same ecosystem. So I don't know. I'm just brainstorming. Also, if you create, I'd have to look deeper into it as well, but I know that if you create a tool that other people want to replicate your use case, you can create an API, and people could, create pay API calls. I think you have to cover. So I have to look into all of it. I don't know anything about that, but it's something worth learning. And say, hey, if I'm making a tool that has certain features, I think even if you're using like other APIs, I think you could still do that. Like if they're using your use case, you figured out the use case. So yeah. But again, I like this. I know it's a different experience if you're on mobile or I never checked to see if check my stream. I never checked my stream. I got distracted with the curtain. Okay, we're good. Cool. All right. Let's get back to what we actually were going through. By the way, that AI profit checklist just brings you here. Shares a resource list that I'm going to be updating it more. So just make sure you bookmark it if you grab it, because I'm going to be adding some more stuff about like what I'm learning here, which I feel is kind of like the cheat code, which I'm learning.
By December, AI agents will use crypto more than humans. And most people have no idea it's already happening.
Yeah, I mean, like, I would probably like lower that sound effects in the background more.
Near Protocol's co-founder just made a bold call. By end of 2026, autonomous AI agents, not people, will be the majority users of blockchain. And here's what makes that credible.
How I could improve the puppet.
Now, 80% of Fortune 500 companies are already deploying active AI agents. Alchemy just launched a system where AI agents
And just so you know, the the voice was just free. So it wanted me to do 11 labs. And this is kind of the cool thing about it is like, so it said, Remotion natively uses 11 Labs API for its voiceover feature, which is cool. That's great. And this is cool because there's other tools that I may use instead of direct 11 Labs for the API. Like I might use Algro's API, which does a whole lot more than just what 11 Labs does, or has its focused use case, I guess. But I just told it that I wanted to find me a free solution for a voiceover. It doesn't have to be perfect, but give me a free solution so I don't have to pay for anything. And make it local. I wanted it to be something that was like locally generated on my system. So it found two solutions for me. One was, its first solution was, hey, just pay for 11 labs. But I kind of want to find out how much of this I could do locally on my system, because once it's local on your system, all you're really paying for is your Claude subscription. So I haven't, like with the $100 subscription, I haven't been running out at all. I mean, I can show you my usage here real quick. Oh, I need to click this anyways. Bad me. I've been going kind of heavy, but look, I'm only at 30%, or all models 20% for the week. It resets on Monday. I guess it's Wednesday now, but I'm not going to go through it in a week at this rate. So, and I've been, coding a lot. I built it well, I guess it reset on Monday, but all weekend, we'll see how heavy I go. But I feel like somebody of my usage currently, once I start running a bunch of automations every single day, a lot more automations, I feel like then you might have to move to the $200 plan. But if you're running that many automations, hopefully you're making some money from it, and it makes it financially worth it. Okay. What's this one? I launched the server. I don't know what I was still thinking about. But I like that I'm able to, like, here's Firecrawl, which I needed a place to, I know Firecrawl is a good API, and this is kind of like what's making me think about APIs more, a little bit, that if you create the solution to something and create an API, people will happily pay you if you're the top solution. I think that's what kind of like how businesses will operate truly in the background. Like the AIs will go and pick the best solution, and if the AI believes that your API is the best solution to its problem, it will use your API. That's kind of like, that's what I'm gathering, at least. So your goal shouldn't be to build the best AI agent out there. It should be to build the one best skill for all AI agents to use via API or whatever we end up transitioning into. Yep, that's what I think. That's kind of a... But at the moment, I just thought, hey, I need something that's going to, like, I want to remove any kind of friction for any kind of person that wants to start making money online. So I think one of the things is not everybody's going to do what I'm doing right now, where you hit the live button. Like going live, no matter whatever anybody says, it's not the most comfortable thing in the world. It's less comfortable than not doing it, right? But maybe some people are huge extroverts, and they like live off of going live. At least it was less comfortable for me. So I'm labeling that right there. So, but maybe somebody else is different. So they need a different way. They can't get on camera, but they need leads, right? So there's different ways. So maybe you're going to use Firecrawl to scrape for leads or something like that. But then I thought you have to find the leads, and then you get those leads, and then you need to qualify the leads, figure out which ones, filter them, because make sure that you're going to the sites to get the right type of contact information or whatever you're scraping for, and then qualify them, and then have it create sequences, and then put it into your CRM and do the outreach, or put it into an outreach bot and do AI outreach, like calling them with an AI bot and doing the outreach, or whatever sequence we're gonna create, you do that. But if you create one traffic source, it kind of goes like, I kind of told it to be like that Russell Brunson type thing. He has traffic secrets, which traffic, all what traffic is leads. It's like, where are you getting your leads? Traffic. You make YouTube videos, you can make whatever. It's just traffic, And then I don't know how, I have the AI Dunk AI agent that would help me with my email sequences, outreach. So I need to run through this stuff myself. But if this becomes some sort of tool that would be very valuable, I could potentially spin this singular idea off as its own SaaS, and maybe this flow or something like that is worthy of an API. Maybe it's not. Maybe there's something that I do here that's worth somebody copying. I don't know. Even if I'm using other APIs, I'm using Anthropics as the brain right now. But I'm going to try and make it so that I also added this. Look, so I added a usage, which is broken right now, of course. Yep, it's broken. But it's supposed to track all of my API usage in one place. And the idea is if I'm using Anthropic, it's going to say you're using this much, and then you can look at how many calls it's done, or how many tokens, and how much the cost of what it's done versus how much it's cost, and then we can figure out which API is costing the least and to get the job done most efficiently, and hopefully pick the best one. So I'm always using the cheapest API sequence or something like that. It's just an idea. Again, I think all of this could fail, but it's I've already got stuff to work that I never could have before. I never could have. Somebody smarter than me, or at least better at coding than me, could have probably done it. But I never would have been able to build this. I would still be working on the profile page, the first version. And I just need to go through this manually. But now here, let's try. This Apple server. It's launched. It's right here. It's crazy. Okay. So let's just watch through this real quick. So
by December,
refresh. We'll have some extra jams in the background. I'll show you what I was doing.
By December, AI agents will use crypto more than humans. And most people have no idea it's already happening. Near Protocol's co-founder just...
So I'm noticing... So basically, there was a little bit of a overlap and all that. So I said, and this is the thing that I wish that I could just like really quickly just go in and fix myself. I'm just giving it that note. But the point of like that audio, like the voiceover, it's all generated on my computer. It's not. It was like the first time when I started generating it last night. I just like listened to the fan kick in for the first time on my computer. I'm like, whoa. I don't know if I've ever heard the fan turn on. Let's see. So it's working. So I have it just set to do most. I just have to approve permissions. Or it will take over my computer and be the evil AI. I think that it just messed up. Extend the slides, add. Just to be clear, the slide is too long. Let's just make sure it understands. Oh yeah, well, that was above my other note. Oh, maybe it was being fixed. I don't know. It's not fixed yet. Stupid AI. This is a very simple editor. It's making me anxious.
By December, AI agents will use crypto more than humans. And most people have no idea it's already happening. Near Protocol's co-founder.
Well, I think that what I have to do is I just have to keep on fine-tuning this one. So it's not like I'm not just going to like pump it out right now and just be happy with it. It created a new one. It's still going to take some work to get it to where I want. And I feel like I can make improvements along the way. So. Oh my god, I think that you need to have both. You need a good video editor that will also be a good like vibe coder. So anything that I want to move in this frame, I want to be able to move in the frame, but I also want, like, for instance, maybe I could see. Say you create something like that is, maybe you could even like create it in like another tool manually, just so because, or like a Photoshop file or something like that, and maybe you can vibe code After Effects. I wonder if you could do that. Or create a tool that's like After Effects that you could vibe code, like the Flash animate. You know, like they have those shows, but you could vibe code that. But if you created something that has a terminal that vibe coding could control, that's not and then characters that you're able to bring in elements and vibe code into the characters. You could potentially just like create any kind of show, huh? But I don't think that would be something you do in Remotion. Maybe you could use Remotion's like framework for parts of it. But I think that would be something that you'd have to like create from scratch, or at least, you know, find maybe there's like some idea out there that's like that you could start from. That's open, open code or open source. But there's always something. Oh no, it's still working. Usually when I turn my back. No, but I like this. Look, so before it was just this. Just this when I was in here. No camera. That's it. Now, yeah. Be right back sign. And back in a sec. But I'm still here. I'm still here. I need to do it. Like I was thinking about it before. I think it would be kind of, I need to make it so like when it's compacting conversation or whatever, maybe you have to do it in a, like work in a different terminal. I don't know. But however I do it, when it's coding, like I get a video game to pop up and I just like playing some video games and it's done coding to be like, oh, this is my life where I could just play video games. And then when the AI says, I need your permission to do the next step, you just give it the thumbs up. And then at some point, when you trust full like autonomous systems, or maybe we put one on a server, you let that thing give it the thumbs up, and then you just like play video games all day while you like the AI is back there, just doing the work. I thought about doing one of the ones, I want to try OpenClaw, but I don't want to try it on my computer. So I would probably just get a VPS, like a server that's like running Windows that I could install OpenClaw on. Why is that? I brought that in. I didn't even push it back. What's wrong with me? Something that I could install OpenClaw on and not worry about it, taking over my life or destroying my computer. Or maybe I could ask my roommate if he often has like computers lying around. Maybe I'll ask him. I'll see if, that's not a bad idea. He usually has like a stack of like, it could be an older, I just have to look up why did I do that? That's a good idea. You're smart. You just saved me money. I could eventually do that, but why spend the money if I have a computer lying around? Already lying around. Not a bad idea. Thank you. Thanks for letting me know. Okay. I was thinking I should do another one where it's like when I have to go use the restroom, there's like that kid peeing emoji thing. It's like, I don't know, some sort of animation like that. It's probably a bad idea. Oh yay. See? Then the video game would pause at this point. I'd be like, oh, look, the game is paused. I should click this. And now it's like, and now the game would pop up. Maybe it would have to give it a certain amount of time before, because sometimes there's like sometimes you might click this and then you might get another pop-up immediately after. Don't want to get too deep into the game. I think that might mess up the flow. You might be like, oh, I don't know. I think you have to, it would be paused and you have to choose to unpause. But when that ends, if you don't ask, you don't know. But I can't be deterred to work on that when I need to work on my dashboard. And actual tools that are going to generate me leads. Like the whole point of this these videos is the idea is like if I have it go out and do daily research for me, like go and collect data and have all that. So then now it's collected the data. Then with that data, another automation takes the data that this one skill that is its skill is going out and collecting data or going in like finding the top whatever you're trying to filter. And then out of that, it's going to pick the best ones out of there to potentially turn into videos and explain why. And then I have it like one thing I need to add is I need to have it give me some title ideas when I do it. So yeah, a couple ideas, title ideas, but yeah, right now it's just like some generic title, but from the topic. But I'd be able to it gave me some, like 3 ideas based off of that. I'm like, oh yeah, those sound closer to my brand. And as I continue to do it, I need to fine tune it. But the idea is that it's going to learn the types of videos that I like. And then I could also feed in a part where I like just give it, say, hey, my channel's analytics are here. So look at the types of videos that have done well when you're looking for videos. So now I can give it the thing. That's the whole thing with like Claude that I love, that like Claude Code and Claude Cowork, is that I'm basically giving it access to things on my computer. So now it can make more educated decisions when it's making that, and then it can go and update that file if I needed it to. So, or create some other kind of information from it and then put it on my computer. So if maybe a certain type of short is doing well, it could make more of those based off. That's the whole idea of what I'm trying to do. And I want to automate it where you could also automate, like have it just grab new analytics for your channel. That could be an automation that you do because you now integrate, I think, all of Google Workspace, and I believe that includes analytics. I have to double check, but I know there's ways. If nothing else, you could just have the browser go and collect the analytics, the fresh analytics for you. But I try to get it go through code whenever I can without going to the browser. But if you can't, then there is the browser. There is always a browser option to do that. Like I'm having some issues with going through the browser with high level. I know that you can do some things with the MCP server, but I'm figuring stuff out. Figuring it out for myself, and then that's the idea of why I'm kind of doing this dashboard, is like if I can figure it out for myself. It's still working on all these.
Second, these aren't we even see. The internet was
This one's like
ready or not. The Defy participants.
like these ones. Maybe it's still working. That's what I mean. I'm not done. This one maybe got missed. I'll have to. But see, now I mean,
Playing active.
I would have just like for something like that, I would have rather just quickly gone in, done, not wasted API credits. Because when I'm doing that, what it's doing is it's changing the code. That's the whole point. So it's either changing what I'm seeing here, but I want to be able to also edit this from this terminal like a traditional editor. That's what I want. So, like for here, like I'll tell it here. Can I? What's the whole word? The dumbest way to make notes. That's how you make notes to an AI. And there, I should fix that now. But like, see, it fixed some of them. I'm not happy with this end screens.
By December, AI agents will use crypto more than humans. And most people have no idea it's already happening. Near proto
The first any other ones I could just two, three, 4, 5, so 5. Six. See, I find that it learns from better instructions. Better instructions. Still seems like it's working though. And 7. All right. Let's see if that just fixes it, but we'll see.
By December, AI agents will use crypto more than humans. And most people have no idea it's all.
And the sound effects are sound effects down by 10%. See, the thing is, like, I wish that I want to be able to just affect a traditional browser, everything in a traditional browser from vibe coding, but also be able to do it as a traditional browser when I feel like it. I think that's what I want. Because I could have just grabbed all that, like all those, and just like brought them down 10%. I don't need AI to do that for me, because that would take me just as long. But like, or things like this, I could have just adjusted that really quickly. That seems like this is less efficient at the moment. Maybe later in the future, when it just needs to. This is working out. Update the comments. Okay. Look at that.
By December, AI agents will use crypto more than humans. And most people have no idea it's already happening. Near Protocol's co-founder just made a bold call. By end of 2026, autonomous AI agents, not people, will be the majority users of blockchain. And here's what makes that credible. Right now, 80% of Fortune 500 companies are already deploying active AI agents. Alchemy just launched a system where AI agents autonomously buy compute credit with USDC. No humans. No approvals. Pure machine-to-machine transfer. And Solana's sub 400 millisecond finality? That's the infrastructure built exactly for this. These are slow retail trades. AI agents execute thousands of transactions per second at machine speed. Transactions happening too fast for any human to even see. The internet was built for humans.
For the voice 100%,
Blockchain is being rebuilt for machines.
the whole idea.
And the shift is happening right now, whether you're ready or
I'm
not.
not even paying any
The DeFi participants, stackers, and liquidity providers positioned today are the ones who'll capture the value from this wave. You don't need to understand AI. You just need to be early. Follow the channel for daily DeFi intel, no hype, just the truth. To understand AI.
Just keep on going.
Just the truth.
Okay. I don't hate what it created. Still seems to be working on something. What can we do to improve it? This. Let it finish.
By December, AI agents will use crypto more than humans. And most people have no idea it's already happening. Near Protocol's co-founder just made a bold call. By end of 2026, autonomous AI agents, not people, will be the majority.
Grab this right here. What I'll say. Confirm to message back to the client. Okay, so just tell it what it's good. We can do this. He's like, okay, I guess so. I guess I should do it in plan mode. Plan mode. Give me my plan. Yeah, now I gotta have a template.
By December, AI agents will use crypto more than humans. And most people have no idea it's already happening. Near Protocol's co-founder just made a bold call. By end of 2026, autonomous AI agents, not people, will be the majority users of blockchain. And here's what makes that credible. Right now, 80% of Fortune 500 companies are already deploying active AI agents. Alchemy just launched a system where AI agents autonomously buy compute credits with USDC. No humans. No approvals. Pure machine-to-machine value transfer. And Solana's sub 400 millisecond finality? That's the infrastructure built exactly for this. These aren't slow retail trades. AI agents execute thousands of transactions per second at machine speed. Transactions happening too fast for any human to even see. The internet was built for humans. Blockchain is being rebuilt for machines.
I didn't even write this.
And the shift is happening right now, whether you're ready or not.
I had
the DeFi participants, stackers, and liquidity providers positioned today are the ones who capture the value from this wave. You don't need to understand AI.
10 options.
You just need to be early.
3 of the top ones.
Follow the channel for daily DeFi intel. No hype, just the truth.
For a first run, I don't think that these are turning out bad, and I think there's room for improvement, but you know, I don't think we have a bad start. But this is an automation that I feel like, so say you're trying to promote something. There's other ways that you could, I feel like any type of video that you can create with the code, however you create, whether it's with Remotion, which I think Remotion could be like the core of it, and that you could potentially generate, maybe add in Remotion, you connect your HeyGen API, which could then generate a avatar, like a talking avatar. So then you connect to your 11 Labs API, and then you say, okay, I want to make sure that I'm always using the right voice. So let's make sure we have a way that I could maybe, that's why I have a dashboard. Maybe it goes to the dashboard, it checks the dashboard, sees, oh, in the dashboard, this is what you chose as your. So that way I could have a term. That's part of the reason why I started working on that dashboard, because now if I ever need something, I can create a place where I can personally go and, you know, do something with it. So, let's say, okay, is it still talking? Studio project, Motion Studio. So I think it's looking at the browser. I don't know. So. Gave it the local host. It knows where everything is. It's smart. I'll be right back. 1 second. Don't go anywhere. I'm not going. Don't go anywhere. See, you didn't even miss me. You didn't even notice I was gone. Be honest. Be honest. You didn't even notice I was gone. Oh. All right. I need to do something so I can drink more water. Yep. I think I gave it a pretty big project. I gave it to go audit my video. Tell me how I can improve it. Because maybe, like, again, I want it to be like, mentioned Vox, so it knows kind of the vibe. Maybe it gives me a much better take on it, just right out of the gate. Maybe I approached it all wrong from the beginning. Maybe say, like, make me a Vox-like video, and it just goes and does it. Tell me what you need me to put into it. Maybe I approach it that way instead. I could just create another one, like, just to experiment. Create a whole new project. Maybe I should tell it to make me a parody Vox video. Sort of like an Onion video. That would be funny. Oh gosh. Come on, AI. Why are you making me wait? Why are you making me wait? Should I go to the gym? Where are we? We have time. We have time. This is the worst part about vibe coding, that the super fast AI agent isn't fast enough, because I want instant results. I want instant results. How dare it do a week's worth of work in 5 minutes and make me wait 5 minutes? I gave it a lot to do. I get it. The thing that's cool is, like, this is really just the beginning. Like I was saying, like, there's going to be so many opportunities for people just with ideas. So, like, hey, go and create something. Like, that's part of the reason why I kind of want to just try OpenClaw, but put it in like an isolated environment and see what it could do, because you never know. The music end? Oh no, it didn't end. Or how far are we in? Oh, we got plenty. We're only like a little bit into the second half. We made a lot of that background music. It worked out great. Oh. I mean, I'm pretty impressed with what I was able. Like, I even told it, hey, and if you don't notice, like, the little things that the guys say are relevant to what's being said in the clip. So I just told it to do that, and it just did it. So now they're like actually commenting on like the bubbles, and it's gonna give some people are gonna like, what the fuck is this saying? And some people aren't gonna give a shit. Like it was making some of the text backwards, and I yelled at it, and it just it fixed it. It's pretty, yeah. That kind of stuff I like. I think with AI we're all screwed as a society, but see how much time that saved me? Wow. Oh, yeah, I'm still just in plan mode. It hasn't even given me a plan yet. You still working? Question mark? Just wake up that friend, you know. Did you forget about me? Little guy? Yes, scrubbing through the video now to capture the slides visually. Okay. I feel like I've been getting my update on it, what it's doing, which I already knew what it was doing. For now, I'm not going to use still scrubbing through. Is it doing it on the internal browser? Great voice. I don't know. I'm just gonna let it do its thing. Touch any of those tabs. That's the whole point. Like, so you say like it's a high speed content workflow, because at a certain point, once this is fleshed out, I could schedule it to go and research. I could schedule it to go and find the right topic. I could technically have it just pick the top one, or you could have that human point where you, like, if you're worrying about credits, you just give it that thumb, like, do that one, that one, and that one. That's the human component. Maybe that's the point where, like, I would say maybe you have Claude where you train that to be good at picking the right one, and then being able to audit the work that the code does. So if it could do that, which it seems like it can from what I understand, that's where it would take you out of the mix, where you become an even higher level management, is kind of like how I'm looking at it. You're basically building an entire business and they're like all businesses. I think that's kind of like a good way to look at like AI agencies. And I'm not going to call it an AI agent, AI agencies, because that's what people are building for themselves. They're building themselves an AI agency. Okay. Let me see. Full redesign, but save the There you go. What should happen to the... larger and more. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Thank you. How would the skin system... files, objects. Okay. They recommend it. Typically, the recommendations are good, right? They wouldn't lie to me. So I'm basically gonna let it create it this time instead of, I just told it what kind of video, and I'm not gonna give it any kind of direction. I'm giving it a very specific kind of video, not anything broad, like add this in the background. Let's see what it does. Let's see what it does. I'll just be able to, since I have data. Oh, I like this. This is a much better way to work. That's a yawn. I would have gotten this much done, but I wouldn't be able to scrub all this. It's still writing a plan. It hasn't even started yet. So I like doing that part because then it actually tells me what it's going to do, and I'm not that I feel like I'm wasting credits, but it's like wasting time or so. And I know what I'm spending my time on, and I could, if this creates like an actual Vox type video, that would be super cool. Obviously, if I wanted the voice to sound correct, I'd have to connect to 11 Labs, or I could probably use the Algro API, which uses 11 Labs. Oh. So like each of these videos will end up creating more. If I could automate high quality ones going out, I could have 3 videos go out on that channel every single day, giving it more visibility. And here we go. Yep. You made it. Let's do it. I was curious what it's going to give me, in all honesty. So the workflow that I've realized, so yes, I built like a terminal, but so you figure out the video and you work in code to kind of like craft the video, and then cowork is purely like more so you use cowork. Say you have something that you fine-tuned in code, then you can say, what I did is I said, go and the thing that I fine-tuned and created in code, now I said, now go and create me a skill that I could use in cowork. And then I went over to cowork, and I was very easily able to have it trigger everything it needed to know to go and do the thing that I just created in code, which is pretty cool. Still going. How dare it take time to redesign my entire template? Oh. Sorry. I'm so sorry. That's why I need that video game thing. I need to get this. I do need to do some more work on here, and I need to go through the profile, like the onboarding. I need to do that and see where there's holes. And the idea will, like the research tab, Algro has a really good YouTube research stuff, so I gave it that, and then we have our regular pin board, which is where it all started. And then work, second thing. This, which is not working for some reason. No. The traffic, which I think is going to be one of the most important tabs that I'm working on. An admin panel. It's broken at the moment. Settings, which seemed, I think they're all working. Everything's private currently. I think that this is broken right now. I need to fix that. I haven't tested this yet, but I don't want to connect it with anything that has a lot of assets in it. Still in plan mode. It hasn't. Wait. Why is it still in plan mode? Still compacting conversation. No. There you go. It's just compacting the conversation. That sucks. That takes forever. Check something real quick. Oh, hi, how's it going, sir? Thanks for subbing. Sorry, I didn't realize that it wasn't showing me my chat from my vertical live. I thought it was all connected. Never decides. So, how's it going? Sorry that I missed your chat. Subbed. How's it going? Angry Ox? Yeah, and Charlie, how's it going? Sorry that if you're still here. Sorry that I missed you. Thanks for the sub. I appreciate that. That does help. The more subs, the more views, the more people the more I'm gonna figure out how to do all these things, and I like to share it. So if I figure it out, I'm gonna share it with you. I think that's the best way to do it. It's the high-speed workflow. I can do so much more. It's kind of how spoiled we all are. Streamlabs chat is so unreliable. I could hear my fan kick in. It's generating stuff. Mm-hmm. All right. It's still compacting the conversation, everyone. Can you believe that? Okay, so test this flow. We created Agent Dunk. Agent Dunk. The idea is that you could either fill it in manually, or you have the chatbot help you fill it in. And it will ask you questions and just bring you through the thing and fill it in and learn about you. So I don't like things that feel like onboarding wizards. So let's see if we can create a good one. I haven't gone through it yet myself, and I'll see if it feels natural. And AI already audited it, and it's actually done better than it found holes in it, and it filled those holes. And I'll go through it and see if I find holes, and I'll address those, and then I'll have the AI audit it again. See what it finds. It just keeps on getting better and better. So I feel like this part with the monetization tab and the traffic tab could be like a tool in itself. The ideas tab, I guess, could be part of it, but the tools and the workflow is kind of like its own thing. Kind of unrelated. I probably should create a separate spot over here for tools and workflow. Not a bad idea. I'll figure that out. Still doing stuff. I'm yawning nonstop today. I had caffeine. If this works and actually recreates a good Vox video, obviously I'd want to, like my example, I'd want to use the 11 Labs API. I can make a video like I recreated the Vox API, Vox videos with Claude Code. Laka. All them videos, and then everybody will be like, "Oh, Jonathan did it." They'll copy me. Just organization. Because I feel like I'm kind of creating a flow. Like you create your profile, that will flow into an idea, and that flows into monetization and then traffic. And this comes like, there's a lot of parts in profile, like offer and all that stuff. So I feel like there's a lot that goes into profile. I feel like tools and workflow belong on their own. Let's see what it creates for us here. Curious about how this is going to turn out. Right here. That's vibe coded. You just have a note about the UI and it just tell it what to do and it starts to do it. And then you stress test it and you find a hole and you comment on it and it goes and fixes the bug. Basically what like regular coding would do. Let's check it out. Fresh. Yeah. Admin should be over there too. It's just cleaner. Yeah, but a profile, which I'll probably reimagine the name. Ideas. It goes into monetization, like the idea. How are you going to monetize the idea? I guess that might be this might be 2 tabs. How are you going to monetize it? And then tracking earnings. I just feel like they could be in the same tab. Maybe you have one tab about like finding monetization and one about tracking. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I feel like I got my flow for the system, and then I'll audit the flow of going through all these different things. I got an email telling me that I'm live. Good to know. Okay, so. Simple things here. I think that's cleaner. Are you? That looks a little cleaner. Admin. I'm the only one that sees admin. Okay, so we'll need to restart Claude Code for this. Of the rather template. need to start from scratch. Just like redesigning it was the problem. Let's try this. New session. Just tell what you want it to do. Maybe it can. You never know. Let's see what it gives us. Pretty good. Start from scratch. Feel fresh. I think for a first attempt, it didn't turn out bad. I feel like there's room for improvement, obviously. But once you get a template, the idea is it becomes formulaic. See a little folders are the ones that the AI opened. Stiff neck. Yeah. Work on that knot. The one that a lot of people were looking at. Yeah, a lot of people are doing it anyways. AI managed VPS hosting. They even got a one-click open claw. That's if you buy it as a plan. I want you to get the reward prices. There was premium. That's what I needed. That's what I need. This is exactly what I need to audit this and research it. This would be something I would do in like co-work. I'm just gonna give it my playground. There we go. Why not? Code. Let's see. Looks like your question refers to this. Damn, I got it. I might be falling apart. All right, now it has the full picture. Here's a comprehensive breakdown. It's been around for 22 years. Okay. Hosting media. GoDaddy site. Okay. There are two primary ways to make some money, so might as well. Answered my question. Don't really need to do anything. It just did a web search for me. Let's see. Let's start a new chat and just be silly and see what we could do. Let's see what we could do. We're waiting on this thing. Still making its plan. Might as well make it multitask. Yo, Peyton, what's up? How's it going? Sorry, I missed your chat. I'm just hanging out here, vibe coding. I've been doing. If you're still there, I don't know. I'm not sure. But what was it? Doing two things. So one is this dashboard, which is kind of like started off as just this little thing in the side where I just wanted a tool pin, like a dashboard where I could launch, which is actually broken right now. Oh no, it's working. So like that would launch. See, that was Remotion, and that's what I'm kind of like editing right now. Yay, what's up? So I used this tool. So I wanted something that would launch it in the dashboard. It was like, that's the only reason I made it initially. Just wanted it to launch the Remotion, or an AI avatar creator, or a thumbnail generator that I was working on. And then I'm like, oh, maybe I should put it in workflows. You know, I should have some workflows. So I put together this, I had it build some workflows where I could put things into obvious flows of, like, you would use like the thumbnail generator, kind of like think of it like Zapier, like the flow of, or NAN type thing is what I was trying to build. But then I got distracted with other things. And I created like this profile, and it was like, I went like, oh, maybe if you create a profile for a personal profile, and instead of a profile that's just collecting information about a person, or like, I think that all of these AI bots, they say, oh, you should do this business because it's what would make me money. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, that's, every marketer out there does it. They're like, you should go and promote people by hitting them up in the DMs because that's what they're doing to make money, and that's all they know how to teach. So if you can create like a AI that learns more about you as a person, like, are you somebody that's not going to show up on camera, then don't suggest that stuff. If you're somebody that doesn't show up and like hard sell in the DMs, then don't suggest that stuff. Suggest things that are going to work for that type of person's personality. So I have it like learn about all of these things, fill in the personality, and then, you know, passive income journey, find your business ideas. And this is how I still need to go through this myself and flesh it out a little bit. But the idea is that I also put it like, it's all just connected to my Anthropic API. And then that would take you to, it would give you an idea, and then different ways to monetize that idea, and then different ways to get traffic for that idea. So that kind of, it's my typical workflow, but I'm like, I'm putting it into an AI automation where I have panels that have all the information that I need so I can see them visually, but then I have an AI bot that's filling it all in for me, and gets to know me better the more I chat with it. So I'm gonna make my Dunk PFP that bot, because I call him like Agent Dunk is what I'm calling him right now. But yeah, it's like I started off just creating like a little pin board like this, and it turned into me creating a whole entire software over the weekend. Now I can't stop working on it. But then what I was working on here was, I want to create with Remotion as like the brain behind it. It's something that I'm doing with Claude Code. I kind of, with Claude Code, you fine tune your actual template, and then Claude Cowork can automate all the research for these videos. So then you could automate Claude Code to build these videos based off of the new research that comes in. So what I'm doing is I'm doing a little test right here. Okay, so it's actually come through. So I told it my goal is to automate videos that look just like Vox videos, if you know it there. So it's gonna get everything it needs to copy that. So I want to see how, just with that prompt alone. So Jonathan wants to fully automate self-improving video pipeline that produces Vox style explainer content, both short form 60 to 120 seconds and long form 3 to 10 minutes. I'd say long form would be like 6 to 12 minutes, but we'll address that later. But for from a single topic input, the pipeline must collect all assets autonomously. Imagine B-roll, video, okay, script and write, generate video, generate voiceover, build a motion composition, and render an MP4 with no manual setup. It should read channel performance data and improve decisions over time. Self-improving video generator. Let's see what it looks like. Do it. Build it for me. So there's also ways that you could schedule these things with, for instance, the way that you schedule with a high level is you could schedule all your shorts using their scheduler, using a CSV file, And in the end, if you had it either, you could have it hosted in high level, but maybe there's another way that you could do it on the code level that's not on high level, but it creates like a host. You host your file in a cloud, basically. It creates a download link, and it puts that in the CSV file. And then that CSV file, then this, if you see right here, I don't know if how, it's going to be kind of small, but as far as plugins, you have right here, it says GHL. I could turn that, and that would mean that my Claude Code would have access to my high level through their server. They have a MPC server, which makes it so the AI can contact their server, but it can't upload things, but it could upload the CSV file. So if we have it create the CSV file, we could have it upload the CSV file to high level, basically scheduling our videos for me. Even if it was just a CSV file with one file or like one thing, it could upload that one video through the CSV file method. And you wouldn't be the wiser. That's just the path that it would take. But that's how we could make it so it could schedule our videos for us. Maybe I could figure out a direct integration without even needing to use high level. But at the moment, that is a solution I have, and that would technically be a free solution that I wouldn't have to actually pay anything extra to do. No, this is really delayed. There we go. My other video is delayed. Well, let's go back to cowork and see what it was. Was I telling you to do something? Oh yeah, I was doing this. Oh, the music stopped, everyone. You didn't tell me. How dare you? You're like, it's like hearing Jonathan's voice with no background music. I know you like smooth jams with me. It's creating something. Guess I could fix problems. I think that set to tools. If I set it to say profile, save it. If I refresh it, it should see. In settings. Sure. Also put then the order they are in the dashboard. I don't know. Just one little bug that I noticed, and I might as well just handle it real quick. Fixed. It's just this. So I have all of these different defaults, but yeah, but I probably should. Your own AI agent, private, always on, and yeah, credits are used. So they basically have they're a middleman. Like the only way I would do it is if I like made videos about like I let AI do this, but I would have to do something stupid like I would have to do something stupid. Oh, this one's. Mm-hmm. Still need to figure out that Facebook page issue. Once that goes, I'll be able to stream to every single Facebook page that I control, which is a lot. More of those, the more I'll be able to grow the email list as well. That's another thing. So like, I'm a big advocate on automations and repurposing things. So if I could have one chat that everything comes in to this one chat, and I can stream everywhere, and I can talk to you. It doesn't matter what feed you're watching from. We're having one conversation, and I see everything. So I like that. Command. Oh, I'll refresh this one. So if I switch this to, okay. Save this. Should go, okay. I fixed it. Didn't really Can't do it in the order like I said, but so I want this now. When I refresh, it should go to monetization. All right. Little bug fix, like maybe I'm always working on traffic. Now it'll bring me to the traffic tab. Seems like I'm working on the profile a lot right now. So profile tab. Dope. See, I'm using code to build automations for cowork in a more stable environment, and then they could work together in tandem. Boom shakalaka. Dispatch going. Oh. Oh, oh. Other setting. I just want to know if it worked. I feel very accomplished with what we've done today. Let's see, any other housekeeping? Let's live fix this. Mm-hmm. don't even know what it's going to build me. Oh, we're looking at this project. See, it's got confused. I was confused at what I was looking at. Right, I'm working on two things. Let's see, I always refresh and just see. Not yet. Like this, but okay, see, it's like a fake email that it creates. But these are all. I need to find a way to delete these fake ones or hide them. Hide the test emails you use from the so once that's done, I'll send that as the next thing for it to do. I think so many things are possible. It's crazy. So many possibilities. Here we go. It's very similar to what. Ooh, it animated my mouth like I asked. Okay, a couple things that I gathered from that. Did not turn out how I wanted to look, but obviously, but it's a start. So now I just gotta fine tune it and get it to look how I want. But it did animate the mouth. It did certain things that I wanted, so I might go from this part until I get it working. Why am I stretchy? Stretchy, stretchy. It might take a while to. Hold on, let's see. So basically, as I was working on stuff, it created these bugs, and now I have to go and find the bugs that were created, and then I'm sure that they'll have other times things break when I do other updates. Yeah, it's coming along. Also, make the light mode easier on the eyes. Both modes should be good. I don't know. Just its next marching order. Pipeline is currently hard-coded. Okay. Let's take a look at style and make some notes. So it's similar, but it didn't do everything I asked, so I need to go back and hammer in some of it. But it's creating videos, so that's good. I think I'm going to put a pin in that for the moment, that one. But I want to... take a look at my dashboard and see what's... And I put a NFT Connect here. I need to dive deeper into that as I think of use cases. I just need to... What I need to do is I need to get to monetization quickly on something, on one of these things. So I'll figure that part out. But I think I needed this... diving in head first and understanding how I could build something with this, just seeing what's possible. Even if I don't use any of this stuff publicly, it's something very important. Like, now I know I could do those things. This is kind of that's why it's like my sandbox. Maybe I'll... Well, I call it a playground. That's why I call it a playground. Maybe I'll change the name from playground to sandbox. To update everything. Beautiful thing, I can just tell it to. Need a break soon. Oh yeah, it's working on our that's right. It's working on our... Still not working. So what it's doing is, I think I was talking about earlier, is the idea is that it tracks the API cost. So I've been using Anthropic's. So say I attach ChatGPTs or OpenAI's, then Google's, or there's also some other third-party ones that have certain features. Say I need certain ones for scraping. It will break down where all my API costs are coming from. And then kind of one of the ideas was with this monetization tab, or however it breaks down, maybe I'll have like an affiliate tab and then a monetization tab. I don't know, like maybe one is just me tracking the things, and then everything. That's the whole. I have one more tab with everything. I think that's the final flow. After traffic, you're monitoring all your. You kind of. I need to have like the last tab be like your analytics battle station. I've probably not put this in the same chat. Let's check it out. Still not working. Hold on, let me hide this. Let me see if I can log out and log back in. If it fixes it. So I know I didn't have to actually have a login, but I wanted to. All right, it's still not working. The working here, so give me a plan. Let's see. I'm just making it up as I go. Improve them, replace them, or something like that. Okay. sucker to work. Okay. Different helpful ways to filter. All right. Well, not sure if I'll be. This always ends up being like an endless thing. This is like a big project right here. But these are all just bug fixes that I'm fixing here. This is a big addition. Go in a minute. Gotta text it. People coming over, so. But see, this is just an endless thing, so guys. Try this real quick before I go. API cost panel. Be under admin. Still not working. I'll come back to that later. It's also under API. Okay, I can see how it thinks that those are. Let's tell it to delete those two. Know that they're test ones. Cool. I think I just need to make a little note on that and let's see if it did anything with that light or dark mode. See, the light mode is still too. Yeah, I gotta work on light mode if I want to have it. Well, that was kind of a bust, but it's all good. All right, well, I gotta go, everyone. I'm sorry. It was good hanging out. We're here almost 3 hours. But thanks. I'm gonna continue building this stuff, and as I learn stuff, I will share it with you, and we will succeed together. You know, all that good stuff. So, all right, thanks again for hanging out. I will see everybody in the next stream. Again, my name is Jonathan Dunkerley. Keep creating, keep earning passive income, because time is one thing that we only have so much of. We can never buy more. All right, have a good one. Take care.